Today's been weird. I actually found a new car in a store. Walmart has come through for me. First time in a long time that I found some new stuff. We got the Jet Robinson and Doc Hudson 2-pack, brand new for 2019. Hit and run. Now these are all from Thailand, so they are new variants essentially, but as you know, they are all like re-releases. We also have Flo and Ramon back here from Thailand. Not sure if I'll pick all these up because that'd be kind of expensive, but it is kind of nice to see, I don't know, a new look on some of these cars. We also have tailgate and pushover. I know, right? That was crazy. I actually found the brand new 2019 Jet Robinson and Doc Hudson 2-pack at my local Walmart store. It was easy peasy. It was the first store I checked, so I didn't even have to go anywhere else. It was a great yet weird day. But anyway, of course, I want to review him for you guys because he is so new and he is an awesome character. So I can't wait to get into it. But I just want to share some of the other 2-packs that I picked up. I was contemplating whether or not to buy some of them in the store, so I wanted to let you guys know. I did pick up Flo and Ramon because Flo actually has this weird factory sticker still on her tire, which I find pretty cool. Like, I've never seen anything like that before, and there's no way that could have gotten in there unless it was from the factory. So pretty happy about that. Pretty lucky as well that I actually noticed it within the store. I did even pick up one of the next gen 2-packs because I thought Spiky Phillips looked really cool from Thailand. Eric Breaker doesn't look so different, but I think Spiky looks pretty nice. And of course I did pick up Hit and Run because they are pretty rare from 2017. So I wanted to get one of those for sure. But of course, you know, Jet Robinson and Doc is the highlight from the case because Jet Robinson is a brand new release, never before released even from China. And Doc is a new variant from Thailand. So they are in the Doc's Racing Days series. And of course you have the 51 logo right there. It is kind of like a new series, quote unquote, because the only previous car we've gotten from it was Leroy Hemming, who I reviewed a couple weeks ago. Link will be in the description below, along with the card suggestion in the top right hand corner. I love the art for Jet Robinson too. He looks very, very determined. On the back here you can see Heyday River Scott, Duke Coulters, Leroy Hemming himself, and Heyday Smokey. These two have been released. They're in the same case. These two have not been released, so hopefully soon, especially Duke. I am super pumped to get him. And there you have a picture of Doc racing against Junior Moon over there. Back in the day, Doc Hudson and friends mastered the racetrack with their quick wits and old school tires. Now, what's interesting about this 2-pack is that Jet is also being released concurrently as a single. It's been found in Australia, and I'm sure it'll be found here in the United States soon as well. And he's in the case with Cam Spinner and Metallic Florida Ramon, so a pretty significant case as well. But I just find it weird that they're releasing the 2-pack and the single, both with him at the same general time. But anyway, you know, I'm not going to wait for the single because, you know, who knows when I'll find that, but I knew I found that at that moment. I was like, I gotta pick this up. But I'll be right back with this opened up. Alright, so here they are opened up, looking stunning, and I have to say Thailand has a way to make their cars shine. They have this glossy finish that when the light hits it, they look gorgeous. And Chinese cars, they look glossy sometimes, kinda, but Thailand really has it down to a science. Not to say there aren't faults to the Thailand-made cars, but that is definitely a good aspect of them. And we're going to save a Jet for last because he is the best. We're going to start with Doc. So he is a variant because he is now made in Thailand instead of China. Here is the Chinese version. Here is the Thai version. And I can already spot a ton of differences. First off, it looks like the Thailand version may even be a slightly different model, slightly different casting. And it looks higher for sure. He's definitely raised up a little bit more. the eyes look a little bit more lively. You know, sometimes on the Thailand cars, eyes look worse. Sometimes they look better, like in this circumstance, because that just looks like, I don't know, it looks like a drone, looks like a lifeless being, whereas the Thailand car definitely adds a little bit more personality to the eyes. Still pretty much the same with the chrome fronts there. The headlights aren't chrome though, they used to be, which makes sense. You know, headlights, you know, they're not going to be chrome. Twin H power, standing for horsepower. You got the old Piston Cup logo there with the double checkered flags. Dirt track racer on the red wheeled rims there. Fabulous Hudson Hornet 51. Hudson Hornet 51. Now the decals are a little grainy, and that seems to be a common characteristic of all the Thailand cars, whereas they're a little bit more crisp from China. But, you know, you can definitely spot some differences, like on the dirt track racer text. It looks like it's a little bit more bold on the new version. The dirt doesn't look as prominent around the fender there. Definitely seems to cover a lot more area on the Chinese version. Same kind of deal back here. Now you have some silver paint covering the lights back there, so that's new and interesting. You got the Hudson basically hatch in the back, Hornet, a couple of those. It looks like the window in the back here, this seems like it's actually part of the body, whereas before it was a plastic insert. These are definitely plastic inserts, but the one in the back seems like it's part of the body. So very interesting. There's the base, if you're wondering. Always had a chrome base, which I find very interesting about Doc. You know, one of the only cars in the entire Cars diecast line to have a chrome base. But yeah, I have to say I prefer this version of Doc. The eyes look 10 times better. Moving on now to Jet. He only briefly appeared in Cars 3, and obviously it was during the flashback to Doc's prime, like his zenith of his career, when he was able to overcome and flip over the new rookie Leroy Hemming. And Jet is just one of the cars that Doc has to pass on the way to get to Leroy, because Leroy was in first, but we only really do see him from the back, like I have him positioned here. There's no front view that I could find, unfortunately. However, there has been some concept art released of Jet through Steve McGeorge's page, because he is an artist designer. He has a bunch of concept art that he did for all of his movies, and Jet Robinson happens to fall into that category, so I'll add some pictures there of that, so at least we do have a couple different animated looks of him. Now, as for the diecast himself, as you guys probably know, back in the 1950s and around that area, the racers didn't have one set sponsor. They had multiples, and also they didn't really advertise it as heavily as they do now. Like, flashy decals on the hood. No, they just had, like, as you can see here, make way with a little rocket. We don't even know what that means yet until we look at the rest of him. But on the hood there, you have the hood ornament, of course. You have the nice grille, some headlights there, a smile. Not a huge fan of the eyes for Jets here, but they don't look terrible either. I like the pieces for the side view mirrors. Usually they just sculpt the side view mirrors into the car, like for Doc Hudson there. He's got that one, and it's just sculpted into the body. These are actually separate pieces. He is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 17 is his number, and I like how it's made to look like it's racing itself, like it's moving because of the lines crossing or going backwards, you know, gives the illusion. Southern Gold High Test Gasoline, though, is his main sponsor, but then you have that rocket on the hood, which is something else, I'm pretty sure at least. And there you have 17 with Jet Robinson. Seems like Jet is just a nickname. I wonder what his real first name is. On the back, 17 Southern Gold High Test Gasoline. And his license plate is for South Carolina B09-25P. Now that definitely seems like somebody's birthday is September 25th and their initials are BP. But who is that? I'm trying to think on my feet right now. I cannot think of somebody like that, but it definitely seems like that has to correlate to somebody. But, you know, Jet didn't speak in the movie, of course, so it couldn't be his actor. I don't know. I'm gonna have to research that for sure. That's interesting. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section below. Here's the base. Just kind of like a tannish brown base. And it looks like now the date stamps in Thailand actually are a different way of coding. I actually understand this one, I think. Before it was that longer date stamp. If we could focus in here, please. Like 2417EAA. Seems like a little shorter now. I think L would stand for the year, 46 would stand for the week, but I'm not sure. I think that would be like the 46th week of 2018 it was made. Maybe. That's just my guess. I don't know what the A means. But anyways, that's pretty much it for Jet himself. Beautiful car. I do want to compare him to a couple other older cars that we have in the Cars line. See if they, draw any similarities. Here we have Percy handbrakes. This guy was released in late 2016 in a Toys R Us exclusive 3-pack. Not only do they look kind of similar in their models, but they also share that maroon color. But Percy is a little wider. I also have Milton Calipier. Not entirely sure how to pronounce his last name. I always love these older retro cars that Mattel released, and I wish they made more. I mean, they could have definitely made a ton more, but they just kind of stopped short. But it seems like, they're getting into it a little bit more nowadays with the racers. Now here is Herb Kerbler from the Thomasville Racing Legends series, exclusive to Walmart. And it's basically, if you don't know, it's a series where all the new, like the current racers, the generation right now, they get into a race and they try and honor the past racers, and McQueen honors Doc Hudson, and all the other racers honor some racers that we don't even know. And this guy, Herb Kerbler, actually is honoring Jet Robinson. You can see even he has his name like Jet did. Herb is probably his first name, like for real, but it's in quotes to, resemble Jet Robinson's there. I mean, you can see the 54, which is Herb's real number. It's kind of transferred into that motion-y thing. Southern Gold Gasoline. You got the rocket on the hood there, which is really cool. You know what? Maybe that I think of it, the rocket actually does go with Southern Gold Gasoline, kind of like resembling how fast you could go. But some of the other racers do have multiple sponsors. Seems like Jet is an exception. So that's pretty cool that we do have these two now. They look pretty awesome next to each other for sure. Herb did a good job with the paint job. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I have a question for you. Since Leroy Hemming was just released and Jet and him are both from the 1950s, those types of racers, which one is your favorite? I'm going to have to go with Leroy because I think he looks just a little bit cooler with the decals. I think the decals are a little bit more intricate and he has a better expression. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys soon. I got a bunch of videos done. I just need to post them. I have the Sputter Stop hauler. I got Duff Rex. I know, kind of a weird combination there. I'm also working on a bigger video as well. Kind of like a show type thing. I don't know. It'll be really nice. How Cars 3 should have ended, if you guys did not know. I have most of my videos scheduled in the About section of my channel, so you can always check there for my upcoming videos. And so, yeah, should be a good couple upcoming weeks of videos, and I hope you guys enjoy them. I'll see you guys then. Bye now.